Sure, of course, as a police investigation, the more information that you have at the beginning, the better. But we do take anonymous tips seriously, and those will all be followed up on to the extent that they can be. And if they lead to a dead end or someplace where it is just not practical or feasible to go any further, then that's the outcome. But all those tips are shared out through the school, and where the police might not have insight into what can be done about that, maybe the school does know, or they have a further piece of corroborating information or evidence that would aid in the investigation. So all of those routes are followed.
Is there any capability on the website to check back in with that person, ask a follow-up question, anything like that?
Anytime someone reports, and we have 5 different ways to report information on the tip line. They can go to the website, they can call, they can text, they can download the mobile application, and they can report on the web. If they request follow-up, there will be follow-up. So it's something that they would need to request, and we'd work with the local area to do that.
So are there any best practices that happen after a tip is taken in, or is there like a matrix or something to decide how quickly or the kind of response that's dictated, like policies?
Yeah, good question. And just so you know, on our data sheet, you're going to see how our tips are laid out. We have them in different categories, so I'll talk a little bit about that. So our tips are categorized by different categories. We have critical tips. Those are, with the information that we receive, there's something imminent that could occur and we need somebody local to look at it. We notify the local dispatch center, we notify the local schools, and we start working on the tip as it comes in. Level down from that is our urgent tips. We've got information that something could happen, but we don't know all of the information, and we know somebody needs to look at that. We actually send that information to the schools or to dispatch in 10 minutes or less. And then we have what we call our standard tips that you'll see on our data sheet. But those tips, standard tips, are those everyday tips that schools are already receiving today, concerns inside their school, or several tips that we do get are students who are concerned about another student and their well-being. They're concerned that their best friend is cutting and they don't know what to do about it. They're concerned that their best friend has posted on social media that they're depressed and they don't know what to do and how to help them. And it's a real hard thing to share information about your best friend, but you know you want to give them help, and SafeOregon can help you do that.
You guys